Before you is the MG MG4 EV, and I will show you how to drive this car in a simple way. So in a few minutes, I will tell you the most important things you need to know before your first drive in this electric car from MG. Let's get started. At the very beginning, of course, is opening the car. We have the standard MG key at our disposal. The only thing we need to do is use this button, and the car is unlocked. So let's head inside. So how do you navigate the interior of the MG MG4? Of course, you can see that in the central part of this car, we have a 12.8-inch screen that serves as the heart of the vehicle. Here we can use the built-in navigation from MG, which works really very efficiently. If this navigation doesn't suit us, we can also use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. As you can see, we can very easily connect our phone and use the Apple CarPlay system. At this moment, it is active, and we also have Apple Maps and Google Maps at our disposal here. We have Spotify, YouTube Studio, and other things available that we can use in this car. However, if we want to exit this system and use only the MG system, we can do so by using this MG icon. Returning to the main screen, we have the radio here. We have air conditioning here, which works in a very nice way. Of course, we can also control the air conditioning with this panel down here. As we go here, we have the air conditioning control panel, and the most important things are here, which is changing the driver's or passenger's temperature and changing the airflow level. So the basic things are located under the buttons, which is a big plus, while at the top we have more advanced things here. For example, things like seat ventilation, which is located right in the seating position. Let's go back to the main screen. What you should also know and really take advantage of is the fact that we also have comprehensive car settings available right here in this menu. And from here, we can easily navigate over to the driving options section, where we have the ability to customize and set the specific drive mode that best suits your current needs. We can drive in normal, sport, comfort, or snow mode. We can set the one-pedal driving option, which means, of course, that we can then drive using only the accelerator. When we let off the gas, the car brakes for us, and we only use the brake in emergency situations. We can also set the level of regenerative braking, which is the braking that recovers energy. It can be low, medium, or high. What will certainly be important for you is MG Pilot. And here, within the settings menu, we have the flexibility to choose to turn off all kinds of audible beepers and alerts. For example, you can disable the speed limit warnings if you find them distracting, or you can switch off the ones that monitor your alertness, such as the sensors that check if we are feeling tired, or the cameras that track if we are actually looking at the road ahead while driving. Of course, these are very important, very important. Here we have the monitoring of our attention on the road and our fatigue. Of course, these are very important things and essential to have in a car, but sometimes they don't work properly, and they beep too much. We can turn this off in the MG Pilot settings, but of course it will all reset every time we start the car. Alright, that's it for the main screen. The most important things are located below this main screen. So right here is the entire panel for controlling the driving direction. Let's try to drive forward now. So we press the brake, and at this point we need to turn this lever to the D position. At this moment, after releasing the brake, we can accelerate and the car should move. Let's do it again. Of course, we have the closed and open door indicators here. In that case, the car won't move. However, with the doors closed and in the D position, the car will drive. When you press the gas pedal, the car accelerates. When we stop and want to park, all we have to do is brake and click the P button. It will then light up. However, when we want to reverse, we press the brake again and turn it to the R position, which is reverse. The cameras also turn on here, showing us where we are reversing. As you can see, these lines guide us very nicely into the parking space, and we can really easily see where to park. And when we have that position set, we click P again, and then the car is in park. So we know how to use this central screen. We know how to start moving with this car. Let's move on to the steering wheel. Here we have a standard steering wheel. On the right side, we control the entire multimedia system, so we can turn the volume up, turn it down, mute the music, and also change songs. We have a button that we can customize. That's also a very cool feature. Right now, it selects the drive mode for me, but we can change that. And on the left side, we have the cruise control settings, so we can choose whether we want to use the cruise control here. By clicking in the middle, we activate the cruise control. We increase or decrease the speed. Very cool features. Located directly behind the steering wheel, you will find the standard control levers. One of these levers is specifically designed to manage your visibility. You can easily turn on the rear wipers by simply twisting the end of the lever, while the front wipers are activated by moving the entire lever up or down. When we pull the lever towards the driver, the windshield washers turn on. And of course, as you can see, this is how the washers work in the MG. On the left side, however, there is a standard lever for changing the lights. As you can see, we can use the lights in off mode, parking mode, or we can, for example, use auto mode, which is probably the most convenient. We can turn on the fog lights if there is a need. And that's it for this first drive. I think you are now ready to drive this car. You can feel confident and simply enjoy driving an MG car. Thank you.